Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. How is everyone today? Hope you're well. Hope you're all doing very well today. On a Wednesday, and big news update. Lots of news today with regards to not only the news this morning that was released about Laporte's surgery and what he's had to say about it on social media. City's 22-man Champions League squad is announced, and there's some interesting inclusions, and then obviously we'll talk about the A squad and the B squad and things like that. Juventus today talking about how they potentially wanted or tried to get Alexander Zinchenko. We'll look at Hakon Evjen, which we've covered before, if I remember rightly, a number of weeks ago. But surprise, surprise, United are now following him as well. We'll talk about Vinny's testimonial. The full lineup has been now released, including Thierry Henry. So, and then just a quick anything else, any other business, basically. So, welcome everybody. Let's go back and have a look at. Just remove that from there. Let me just go back and have a look at. Who's on? Martin's on. Afternoon Blues. Hope we're all okay. Bernard's here. Jim Bob Jr. Hope Laporte back sooner rather than later. I think we'll when we talk about that, we'll sort of hold fire on. It's just guesswork from us. A prognosis hasn't been given for a return date. So and it's all based individually on each individual, and we don't know the exact ins and outs of how serious it was, how much investigatory work was done, how much repair work was done. So we'll hold fire. Martin said, does anybody have any ideas who would like to replace Sergio, and if we can replace him when he leaves? I think we need Jesus Christ, such a Chimpo. Hoping City have young talent lined up. You're hoping for Mbappe, as a Timo Werner. Not many top strikers out there in the Sergio mould. I don't think there's any, I'll be honest with you. You could almost say, like for like, he's almost irreplaceable. It might mean us getting somebody slightly different. So Oscar Bob will adapt. Let's hope so. He's got to stay just for that name alone. Peter Curry, hi fellow Blues, how are you? I think we'll be fine without Laporte. So do I am with you, Joseph. Good morning, Blues. Only one man when he's ready. Joao Felix, says Kiam. Carl Blundell, hello, Mr. Andy, how are you, mate? Hi, Levi Greenwood. Kamal Dwyer's on, hello. Martin Cross, blessed day, fellow Blues, blessed day. Hi, Andy and everyone, how are you, Bernard? Laporte injury, a huge blow. It is. It's a blow, there's no doubt about it. How huge, I guess time will tell in the coming months. Carl says, apparently 6 Premier League clubs are scouting Havertz. Doesn't surprise me. And, like I said yesterday, no doubt we are one of them. Anuj, hey Andy and guys, how are you? Joseph beating my neighbours, stalking me. Should I confront him? What's that all about? Why is he stalking you? By doing what? Hi Andy, Peaceful Decadence, how are you? Rob, good afternoon. With the steering wheel. We know who that's for. Eric Garcia should step up now. Not for me. I'll be honest with you, Owen. Somebody else mentioned that on Twitter this morning, and I said, I can't imagine, Eric Garcia moving straight into a first team Premier League position in the first team squad. I'll be honest with you. Cup competitions, yeah, I would be very shocked. But listen, Pep shocks us every single week with his selections, but you've got to think there's an international break. When they come back, John Stones will be back. So we've got John Stones. We've got Fernandinho, who we now know has already been training for that particular role as cover. Now, would you rather have Eric Garcia in there or Fernandinho or John Stones with Otamendi? I would suggest Eric Garcia will be saved this season for sort of cup competitions, or unless we get another injury where it's forced upon us. That's my own opinion. Phyllis's Big Blue Rabbit. Good evening, folks. How are you? EF Productions, Big Rob. Hi, Rob, says Joseph. Ooh, sorry, big jump. Yeah, but Kiam, Horsey, Andy, Rob, you's all right? Yeah, very good, mate. How are you? Section 20 afternoon, Andy in Sky Blues. How are you, buddy? Rob says, Joseph Beattie, you should ask your neighbour for lube. Tell him your wife's strap-on is too big to go in without. Let's get it off. Ming Yi Wong, hi Andy and everyone. How are you, mate? Alexander, good afternoon, Andy. Looking forward to all the matches after the international break. Pretty tight schedule. Yeah, it is. There's a big run of games, and obviously we've got the Shakhtar game on the 18th. Is it 18th of September? Kamal says Pep got an icon card on FIFA. You'll have to speak to Kiam about that. I don't know what that means. Carl Lundell, it's Everton, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, West Ham and Spurs scouting Havertz. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. So you guys are in for him. And if City and United are in for him, well, you know, if City are in for him, United, of course, are going to be in for him. Rob, good idea, says Joseph. Stephen Tierney, I think we will cope okay without Laporte, but I think we could struggle for the big games. Well, you know, would rather, put it this way, I'd rather have him in fit than not, let's put it that way. Everton better not let me down this season. I want them in the top 4, says Rob. Jerry Gow, hi guys, how are you? Kamal, Fernandinho done well against Brighton at centre-back, he did. Joseph said, only us and bin dippers can attract Havertz out of those. Yeah, listen, throw enough money at it. At him and his agent and everything else, you know, United are included in that as well. Walker is a decent centre-back as well. Yeah, he can play there. There's no doubt in that. Good afternoon to everyone. How are we all doing? Blue Hearts on. You well, mate? EF, Marcus Rashford killing the disabled people at the front with those free kicks. Yeah, that was... I read something, and apparently, EF, they weren't Roy Keane's words. Apparently, it's been a fake account or something. And they're you know, people have jumped on it like you just said that, and people are saying that it's definitely Roy Keane never said those words at all. It was created by some fake account, I think. I was heading down to Norwich this weekend before I was told it was an international break. Shows how much attention us Scottish people paid to the international break. Phyllis's Big Blue Rabbit, heard it all before. Player gets injured and City crumble. Said it last season when Dino got injured, so we went on a 14-game winning streak. Absolutely spot on. Spot on, Ivor. Alexander, Premier League champions in the Carabao Cup. Looking forward to the games. You think we're going to give up the FA Cup this year? Blue Heart, watched Havertz on YouTube. He's going to be popular. Don't think City will pay the sort of money needed to get him. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. He's an exceptional talent. Ali Biri. What do you think Pep will use in centre defence apart from Stones and Otamendi? Just been saying Fernandinho. Would you take James Maddison at City? Good player, very, very good player, but it's one of these, Cal, it's the same question. Whenever people say, Andy, would you take this player? Andy, do you think Eric Garcia should step up? Andy, do you think so-and-so needs to play? My question is always the same thing. In replacement for who? So which full international first team regular is going to sit on the bench for this particular player? Now, is James Maddison a good player? Yes, he is. But let's say we bring him in. Well, then, whose place is he going to replace? We know David Silva's leaving at the end of the season, but we've got Phil Foden. Would I take Phil Foden or James Maddison? I take Phil Foden every day of the week. Every day of the week. We've got Gundogan. We've got Bernardo Silva who can play in that particular role. So it's bringing them in is one thing. It's, you know, whose place are they going to replace? That's the thing, because it's not. No disrespect to Everton or other clubs like Aston Villa or Wolves or Watford, or you bring a player in like that, the chances are he's going to go straight into the first team. At City is not. There's no chance, absolutely no chance. And that's the problem we've got. Our squad is so in-depth, packed with talent, that you've got, you know, proper, you know, cup winners, international cup winners, who are not even getting a starting place. So, you know, where did he fit in? Pep could change to a 3 at the back to give more defensive stability. That's an option. EF Productions, Andy, the weather's very nice up here in Algeria. Me and Jay Wang can't wait for Mahrez to leave us Pep's race. It's actually nice here now. Bright blue skies. Ellison as centre half and Bravo in goal. Hey, you'd never put anything past Pep. Hi Leonard, how are you? City will never win anything if Kompany gets injured. Won a title and a cup without him, absolutely. If we couldn't afford a centre back, can't see us going for Kai. I don't think it was a fact of we couldn't afford a centre back, Blue. I just think they weren't going to pay the money for Maguire. I think, like I said, I think if Maguire would have been around about the 60 million mark and his wage demands weren't where they were, I think we could possibly have got cover. I just think they thought about it and thought, right, he's a ball-playing centre-back, you know, blah, 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 possibly. But then when the 85 million and 280 grand a week and that type of thing was thrown around, I think City just went, no chance, absolutely no chance. So that was absolutely cynical of Laporte. What was cynical? Don't understand what you mean by that, Leonard. Alexander, Zinchenko at left back, Otamendi, Stones and Walker at centre back and Cancelo at right back. Could be this lineup during Laporte's rehab, possibly Fernandinho starting from time to time. Quite possibly. Like I said, there's plenty of cover. There is still plenty of cover. Scott Williams, I hope you're well, mate. Good afternoon. Ivor says, I'm the nail in the coffin for City's haters. KDB misses most of the season and we got formidable. Spot on, Ivor. Rob, Dino and Walker should step up centre back, but knowing Pep, the fraud, he will use Gundogan. Calvin Dell, if he did buy Madison, Leicester fans will cry. I don't think it'll ever happen, if I'm being honest. Joseph Beattie, not only is Pep a ball fraud and a checkbook manager, not only that, he's also a big racist. He absolutely despises Mahrez. Anyone watch the BBC Bernardo Silva interview? He's a top bloke. No, I haven't seen that yet, mate. What was that on? Kamal Demire, why did Pep bring on Gundogan and not Foden against Brighton? It looked like an obvious thing to do. It did to us in the ground. It did to us, but he didn't. So I don't know. Maybe he's convinced Gundogan he'll get more game time, and Phil's he's just gonna have to bide his time, get plenty of sub appearances and start cup games. We don't know. I think we will go for Bruno next summer. Abdallah says Bruno Fernandes, you reckon? Is that who you're talking about, Bruno? Or Bruno, the film star? If you know who I'm talking about. Horsey City, not gone quiet. I'm on an important call at the minute, but can type in comments. Still Blues, just can't listen, guys. My apologies. Don't worry. David James, centre back. Cry my eyes out here, chopping onions. Homemade curry is already causing me pain. Wait till tomorrow's section. City won't win anything without Mangala. I know. Madison is another Rodwell and Barkley. Should stay where he is and play good football. Yeah, I agree. Is it me or is this site buffering? Don't know. Anybody else? Can you let us know? Is it buffering? I think have you not said this before, Jerry? I think you probably have problems with your Wi-Fi. It's certainly not buffering from this end, mate. Sani update? No news. Only what we mentioned yesterday about the wage demands and things like that. Bernardo speaks good English compared to the rest of the squad, to be honest, not including Stones, Raheem and Walker. Not at my end, Jerry, says Scott. I'm fine. Jerry Gow, must be my PC. We'll turn it off and back on again. Yeah, Control-Alt-Delete. Might be your end, Jerry Gow. Try reloading the stream, pal. Sani update is fucked until January. Yeah, there's no update on it whatsoever. Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, well, the rumours are Real Madrid are going to go in for Bruno Fernandes in January. They wanted to sign him and Eriksen. It didn't happen, but they're going to look potentially at going back in January for him. I can't see us buying another midfielder. Same question over and over again with the likes of Maddison. Who does he replace? Who? Because the idea, we're guessing, is that Phil Foden is going to replace David Silva. So we're now just discounting Phil Foden from the team, and we want to go and spend another 80, 90 million quid on somebody else. Don't make any sense. Not for me. We're also forgetting that Pep could play just three at the back and bulk up the midfield. Yeah, he can do. Rob broke his leg, I'm afraid, guys. That's your Sani update. Yeah, Pep Pep 3 at the back, never. Is that the link? Thank you, mate. Cheers. I will actually I'll open it up now so I've got it for afterwards. Yeah. I'll have a look at that. Thanks, Blue Art. Frank Bruno. No, not that Frank. I'm not. No, that Bruno. I wasn't talking about him. The God Boney. No buffering. No buffering where I am. Mine isn't buffering. It's okay. Sani is on holiday with his family. He's got nothing else to do, has he, other than recuperate now. Bernardo speaks better English than Harry Kane. Yeah, I predict we will score on the 3rd minute against Liverpool. It's my lucky number. Guerrero speaks perfect English using the I don't speak English card, means that he never can be misinterpreted. Yeah, it's always a clever thing to do. Andy, what do you think of official supporters clubs? Are you a member of one? No, I'm not, mate. They all serve their own purpose, absolutely. I would take Otamendi because he has a winning mentality in his experience. I've always liked him. I'm back, computer genius. To be fair, Daffy Duck speaks better than Harry Kane. Harry Kane chews on crayons. Ask me what I think of official Cloak and Dagger supporters clubs. Careful, Rob. Right, on to the news. Obviously, the first bit of news is obviously Aimer at Laporte. Now, as we know, City released an official statement this morning, basically saying that Dr. Cugat in Barcelona had performed the surgery on him. It was a meniscus and cartilage issue. They didn't expand on how serious it was or anything like that, and they said that they will wait for a prognosis and a time that he's going to be out, and when they have done all their tests and things like that, they will have a better idea before they say when he's coming back. Now, as we know, Aymeric Laporte released on his Instagram page today, and he said, "Hi everyone, after successful completion of yesterday evening's surgery, I would like to say thanks for all your messages of support during the last few days. I feel truly loved and so thankful about it." He said, "I am sad for not being able to join the national team and to not fulfill my dream of making a debut with Les Bleus. I would like to thank the coach for being so supportive. From now on, we start counting down the days to go back to the pitch." So he's also posted on Twitter, "I will be back soon and stronger." So it's good news. That's done with now. He's had the surgery. We know that it's obviously warranted surgery, so it must have been, you know, a bad injury to a certain extent, but could have been worse maybe. But we'll wait and see what the official line is from City. Probably in the next week or so they'll release it once he's back, and the City medical staff are able to assess him, and he starts getting the cast off and all that usual stuff that has to happen. But for me, I was looking at sort of injury records of players who have had similar stuff. The problem being is we don't know how severe the injury was. It could have just thought it requires a little bit of surgery on the cartilage and the meniscus. So, or it could have been really, really bad. We don't know. But looking at sort of similar injuries, they vary player to player. So some were 68 days, I think I posted on Twitter this morning. One was 68 days. You got Ben Mendy, when he's had ACL and meniscus problems before. His is currently on 121 days. So I don't know. I really don't know. I would hazard a guess 2 to 3 months. So it might be the beginning of January before he's. Remember, that's then he's got to be out. Then he's got to get fit, and that takes. Pep sort of seems to suggest it's at least 4 weeks back full training with the team before he thinks that they're ready to be integrated. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's out completely from this season, if I'm being honest, this calendar year, and we'll see him sometime in January, maybe. And somebody else made a good point. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Bernard or somebody else on Twitter this morning. And they turned around and said it could be a blessing in disguise, because by January time we could have players tired after filling in and things like that. He could come back for the Champions League next stages. So we'll have a fit and firing ready to go new centre-back. So we'll wait and see. Would we rather have him in the team? Absolutely. But it is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. So good luck to him. I'm wishing him a big, speedy recovery, and let's get him back as quickly as we can. Right, back to your comments. Otamendi, red card waiting to happen. Well, I mean, you only have to look at. I disagree. I disagree. Well, that's just my opinion, and I know people. I thought he was. Remember, he was in the Premier League Team of the Year, not last year, the year before. And apart from that red card in the what was it, cup competition? I can't remember. Is it Champions League? I thought he was really good last year. Didn't do anything wrong. My man Nias is the best striker in the world. Join my unofficial supports club, the Glauber Bertie Blues. Carl Blundell, Andy using big boy words. Wow, what big boy word did he use? At least it's not an ACL. No, but it's still, we don't know this. We don't know the extent of it. All they've mentioned is cartilage and meniscus. We don't know how bad that is because it can still be a bad injury. He's out for 5 months, so not the best. We don't know how long he's out yet. We've still not got official on that, but he's gonna be out. In my opinion, he might be back quicker, but I don't think we'll see him this calendar year. If I'm being honest, ready playing again. Can we sign Van Aanholt in January then, please? Good player. Mahrez, the best, says Imed Constantine. Laporte is in the Champions League squad. He is. The best at what, says Rob. Why Mahrez? Why not Braff? The best thing about being best backup for Bernardo Silva and Sterling. So agree. The best at warming the bench. Always injuries to key players. Why don't Liverpool suffer the same? It is what it is. Stones and Otamendi together scare me. No, they don't me. You need to have some more faith in your players, Kamal. Danilo scored for Juve. Fair play to him. Yeah, he did. Which leads me on talking about Juve. There was an article this morning that basically, where was it? If I can bring it up, or have I just gone and closed it down? Let me just see if I can bring it back up. Yeah, it was in the summer. Juventus tried to sign Alexander Zinchenko, and in the summer. Now, whether that was going to be any part of the Cancelo deal, I'm not too sure. But they were very, very interested in him, according to reports in Italy from Calcio Mercato. They said that Juventus made contacts with Man City over the availability of Zinchenko, but were forced to move on after learning that the 22-year-old was a key part of Guardiola's plans. And yeah, so he signed the extended contract, as we know, in till June 2024, I think it is. So it's interesting. I wonder if that was part of the potential Cancelo move, or whether that was just an independent approach, trying to get him. So Juventus obviously rate him very highly. So there you go. But thankfully, I don't think there would have been any problems with it, because obviously we knew Mendy was still injured, and the fact that he is versatile, is quite happy to fight for his place. What else have we got on here? I don't think that's fair or not. He's not the car crash he used to be. I agree with you, Ivor. Alexander Savage, Andy, have you heard of the band The Doves? Yeah, I discovered them a few days ago because they are City fans' proper music. You like The Doves? They've been around for a while, mate. Ming-Yi Wong, Laporte could be out till January. Could be, we don't know. I don't want City to go after Dean. City can keep their hands off him. I don't think we will. Blue Blood Fam TV. Hi, Blad. You all right, fam? Ray J 737. Otamendi's lack of pace scares me against the likes of Liverpool with all their pace up front. Okay, I'll take Otters over any centre back we had before Kamal was born. So would I. Oh, I don't know when he was born, Kamal, but Yeah, going back. Ooh, oh, I don't know. He might. Well, it depends when he was born. I don't know. Sylvan Distan, Richard Dunn, maybe around that era. Um, but we've had some terrible ones as well. I love Man City. I wish you all the best. Thanks, Oscar. Kiam said, just had this live vlog on loudspeaker driving through Vancouver downtown. You're world famous. Turn it up, get it on. Have you got it? Have you got it on a big speaker on the top of your car? 28 of 100 with the new 152 people watching. Would appreciate the subs, people. Thanks so much. Yeah, if you haven't followed, go and give the kid his new channel, Blue Blood Fan TV. It is Chelsea, by the way, so just to warn you, it's not a City channel. I'm back, you lucky things. Oh, thank God for that, mate. Why did Chris Welch stop coming on here? Because I blocked him because of his absolute foul language and his attack on me. It was quite funny. I did think it was quite funny, but it was, yeah, he called me, what did he call me? I can't remember what he would call me now, but it was a lots of effing, you effing this and you effing that and you this, that and the other. It was like, it was just gibberish nonsense, if I'm being honest with you. Didn't make any sense. He called me a baboon, I think he could, or is it a gorilla? He called me one of those things. Weird, very strange. Is Blue Blood Fan TV a channel for the TV show Blue Bloods? Is City Fan TV a fan for the Bristol or Stoke? Or does Blue Peter have a football team? Dean is second best left back in the league, in my opinion. He's very good, very, very good. Jeez, I'm annoyed, blood. Expressions oozing. 2003, okay then, mate. There you go. So 2003, we had a couple of decent centre-backs around that time. To Andy, what was the Thomas Cook trophy? Not having the Juve Zinny thing at all, as Delph recently said the Everton. Sorry, it's jumping. Sorry, guys, it just jumps. Not having the Juve Zinny thing at all, as Delph recently said the Everton deal was initiated earlier in the summer. The Juve Zinny thing at all, as Delph said the Everton deal was initiated earlier in the summer. What? I don't. Sorry, Ivor. I'm a bit confused with that. What's the relevance of Delph deal to Everton and Zinchenko to? He's saying because Delph potentially could have been cover at left back, but Zinchenko was. So he's. I think that's what you're trying to say. So the Delph thing had been done earlier in the summer. He said, which means that he knew he was leaving. So there's no chance of Zinchenko leaving to Juve. I'm assuming. Is that right, or am I wrong? Pardo Oaks, hi Andy, how are you? Sorry, another jump. Do you like prawn linguine? Yeah, I don't mind, but fish, I stay clear of fish, mate. If I'm being honest with you, it doesn't go down very well with me, so I tend to have to stay clear of it. Though I do like big king prawns, must admit. I'd take a Richard Dunn about now. Yeah, he's done it. Is Chris Welsh my alter ego? That could be. Sorry. Every time I scroll down one and it go back, it jumps again. I thought Chris Welsh was your brother, mate. I think Chris suffers from mental health issues, so probably didn't mean it. He's a nice lad. Well, I think that's a big assumption, mate. So let's not make those assumptions, Blue Blood, if I'm being honest, because I don't know the guy personally. I can only just tell you exactly what he said to me. It don't make any difference about whether he did or he didn't, or he does or he doesn't. It's one of those, you can't come on a channel and start. You can't, because it's quite funny. But it got very personal and things like that, and it was yeah. So I had to remove him. He did apparently. He allegedly, I heard rumours he did apologise for it, but by then it was too late. Haven't heard Steve Black for a while. No, neither have I. I've not heard anything from Steve. Maybe he's on holiday. Cranerd, Fernandinho centre-back, no problemo. Blue Heart, in the Bernardo interview, they mentioned a play called Paulo Futre from the 80s and 90s. Take a look, what a player. Paulo Futre. Thoughts on expressions? I know a lot of people say he's acting, but I've spoken to him. No interest in him, mate. Yeah. I don't like all that stuff, I'll be honest with you. So I never watch it. So I couldn't tell you about. The first time I ever saw him, he comes across like it's all an act, and it's not my type of thing. So I've never watched it again. Steve Black is on Ray streams. City should buy Hakon Evjen. Why? No way would City sell Zinny when Everton were having Delph. Oh no, yeah. I'm assuming that's what you were meaning before, Ivor. Thomas Cook Trophy is a major European trophy. No, in fact, major global trophy. Actually bigger in scope than Champions League, so unlucky Liverpool, you never win that. Hakon Evjen will do a good job at centre. No, but not many people will get past him. Making the living room stink of garlic and ginger. Oh, that's a nice smell. Mrs. won't be happy. Wait till I make up this curry. Garlic and ginger is a nice smell. She'll love it. Got nothing to ask, to be honest, on here too much. Top 3 favourite foods, not sure. What's that? Sorry, too many jumps. December is so tough in terms of fixtures. Hope Laporte comes back. Then we'll wait and see. Nothing to ask, Blue Blood. I'm shocked. Hey guys, bit late to the party. Atif, don't worry about it, mate. Let's not mention other people's personal business. Andy just warned you, Jesus. Oh, take a hint. Yeah, thank you. Best meals: beef stroganoff, vindaloo, and pizza. That's a right trio, that. Off to watch the Chelsea women on Sunday versus Spurs. Good luck with that. Surely spam Wellington. Chelsea. Hey, can you imagine? Enjoy, Blue Blood. Right, get back on here. I have missed the Laporte news. Is he going to be away? We don't know how long yet, mate. And there's no official. People are only speculating. It's going to be 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Nobody knows. And like I said earlier, the City have said they'll release a prognosis of when he might return at a later date once they've, because remember, he's still in Barcelona. He only had the surgery last night, so by the time he comes back, he'll probably spend, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 days out there, then come back to the City medical staff, then they'll assess it, and he might have to go back out there again and for another assessment, and it'll only be then that they'll really have an idea, a true idea of when he possibly will come back. So nobody knows at the moment. Is this injury impacting the title? Surely Stones can hold it. I don't think it impacts the title at all. I see Henry is playing in the Vinny Testimonial. Nice link there, Blue Out. Thank you very much. To move on to the you set them up, mate, and I'll blow them away. There you go. So the confirmed squads for Vinny's Testimonial. So the Man City legends, managed by Pep Guardiola. Goalkeepers are Joe Hart and Costel Pantilimon. Defenders: Vinny Kompany, Alexander Kolarov, Jolien Lescott, Micah Richards, Colo Torre, Pablo Zabaleta, Richard Dunn, and Gael Clichy. Midfielders: Nigel de Jong, Samir Nasri, Sean Wright Phillips, Stephen Ireland, David Silva, Dietmar Hamann, and James Milner. Forwards: Craig Bellamy, yes, Sergio Aguero, Edin Dzeko, Mario Balotelli, and Ben Chani. Premier League All-Stars 11, managed by Roberto Martinez. Goalkeepers are Edwin van der Sar and Shay Given. Defenders will be Phil Neville, Gary Neville, John O'Shea, and Wes Brown. That is brilliant because we can give them a right load of shit and laugh at them. Midfielders: Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, Michael Carrick, Ryan Giggs. Is this a United 11? Rafael van der Vaart, Cesc Fabregas. And forwards are Thierry Henry and Robin van Persie. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 United players, ex-United players, in the Premier League All-Stars 11. Wow. Let's hope we give them some grief on the night. But can't wait for that anyway. It's going to be a brilliant night. Absolutely brilliant night. So let me just go back and just see what anyone else has got in. Andy, I've never watched Stuart Pearce play, but the one thing I like about him is his accent. Where's he from? He's a southerner. I'm not sure exactly where was he born. I can't remember now. unless somebody else has already told you. I can just quickly look. Was it? Can't remember where it was. Hammersmith it is. He was born. Guys, we will not see Laporte in September, not a chance. No, God, no. Even the scouts should be too much. Oh, there's no chance in September. Laporte has had his leg chopped off for getting for 6 months while he grows back. Henry up against Kompany, he'll come out on top. It's going to be interesting. Corned beef Wellington isn't bad. Kompany won't even be playing in his own testimonial, so he won't lose sleep over Henry. Well, we'll wait and see because he's injured at the moment, isn't he? Will Kompany or Pep pick the lineup? I don't think it'll be a big deal. I think they'll all rotate. I think it'll be unlimited subs that can just rotate and rotate and rotate. You've got to remember, David Silva's included. You can't see David Silva playing too much game time because we've got games coming up. Don't know if that's typical London accent you hear. Am I right? Oh, it's typical. Yeah, it's a proper. If he's from Hammersmith, and yeah, it's proper London accent. James Milner for real? Yep. Not Milner, please. Why Milner though? I don't know. Do you think Martinez will bottle the game even with all those world-class players? RVP, yes. No Tevez, no Tevez, I'm afraid. But it's good to see Bellamy coming back. I can't wait. It's going to be a brilliant occasion. It is. Not happy with Milner, though. Milner, no. Lock your daughters up, RVB is coming back into town. Sounds like Man United and Man United wannabes, except Henry. Balotelli, yes, Balotelli. You know, he'll be back. He's a lunatic, but he was ours. Should beat him. We've got twice their numbers. Savage, Alexander, yeah, mate, there's a few accents in London. He's pretty much standard London as he's from Hammersmith. Think of Eddie from the Comedy Bottom. Wes Brown and Kompany are really good pals. Wanted to see the Beast back and a grade for the testimonial. And Dzeko, yeah, Dzeko will be there. Managed by Pep. I thought Man City TV was managing the team. Damn it, wrong info. Gary Neville will try to snap Pep. Should try beef and tomato pot noodle Wellington. What? I'd throw Jovetic in there too. So I hope Sergio isn't playing. No, he's definitely not playing. Thanks, mate. Stuart's accent sounds pretty round. It's like thought he spoke Cockney. It's Hammersmith, so it's around that sort of south region. South Stand massive for the testimonial, except Andy. Yep, I'm not. I'm in the Colin Bell. Thanks, mate, for the update on Laporte. Really appreciate that. The Garcia kid we bought from Barca, is he loaned out too? No. He's still training with the squad. Mark the Blue, will Vinny's match be on the official site? Andy, I've no idea, mate. I haven't. I'll be honest with you. I haven't looked. Now I don't know whether it'll be on City TV. And I am, when I say City TV, I'm talking about the official City TV site. If you paid that $1.99 thing, now I don't know. I haven't looked up because I'm going, so I've not really looked to have a look. Maybe go and have a look and see whether it's, if you've got that app, whether it is, or if anyone else knows on here, please can you post for Mark the Blue. Only ever had Dunlop Wellingtons. Hey, and they were great. I don't know how much about British accents, but the one I certainly dislike is the Liverpool accent. That's all you need to know, mate. Skips Butties. Skips Butties. I've got a lot of time for Milner. I don't like the fact that he plays for the Dippers, but he gave a lot of respect. A lot to us. Yeah, he did. It was just his comment about going for trophies and wanting to win trophies. Liverpool is not British, it's Scouse, it is. When's the next quiz? I've been revising for I feel sorry for Evertonians. Having to live next door to Neanderthals. I know, Rob. Love Everton, Diverpool, sorry. How about beef Wellington's tasty pie for stat section? I used to love Milner, but now he's just a belly. Say it as you feel there, Kamal. Right, just last bit of news. We mentioned Hakon Evjen it was a couple of weeks ago, saying that City had been sending scouts out to see him. But the news Says Man United will not be battling Man City for the Premier League title for long, but they will be battling them for the signature of 19-year-old midfielder from Norway. It says both Manchester sides have been linked to Hakon Evjen, a Norwegian, currently playing for top-of-the-table Norwegian side, Bodo Glimt. He has played 19 games in the league so far, earning himself 9 goals with 4 assists. Out of the two sides, United are much more in need of midfielders. They have Paul Pogba alongside others, etc., etc. And they truly believe that Evjen can be their number one creative midfielder. They'll most likely have enough firepower to secure his signature over their rivals. However, they should prioritise a more lucrative midfielder first. It'll allow Man City a window of opportunity. So we'll wait and see on that one. It'll be interesting, and obviously United have got Solskjaer's Norwegian roots, and whether that's one of the reasons why the article thinks United will get him over City, who knows? But we'll wait and see. But it just goes to show you that in the background, while all this is going on, City are still scouting some of the best talents around in Europe and trying to convince them to come and then possibly go out on loan unless they're exceptional and are going to stay with the squad. So, let's just see your last bit of questions before we go. So, I managed to get someone to get me an Everton ticket, Andy. I'll be there. Oh, you lucky bugger, did you? I'm still looking for one for that game. Liverpool are just Everton's. Oh. It'll be interesting to see the extent of Laporte's injury. Some people have said 4 months or the 6 weeks. Yeah, we don't know, Neil. We'll wait and see. All it is speculation. And I'm guessing even if he spoke to a surgeon would say it could be anywhere between, because I don't have access to the actual, records of how bad it was and what the extent of the surgery was, and there are so many variables in it. I think we just wait and see when City release it. Classic Salt and Shakes, do I remember them? Still get them today, mate. We still have them. My wife loves them. Who would he rather play for, Pep or a Norwegian PE teacher? Still buying them, Joseph. The missus loves them, so does mine, Scott. Remember Hedgehog Chris? Yes, I do. Or the name, anyway. I don't think I've ever had any. Smith's Salt and Shake were great, Chris. They still are. Wow, that Norwegian league is such a benchmark to judge the quality of a player. Next, they will say someone is setting the SPL on fire and we should sign him. Well, we know that scouts have definitely been from Manchester City a few weeks ago, because we mentioned it on here that they'd been out to watch him. So the league might not be the best, but they've certainly seen something, and probably even seen him at international level for the under-19s. Honestly, November won't be easy. We're going up against Liverpool away, Newcastle away, Atlanta away, and Chelsea at home. Yeah, but we said all that last year, didn't we? We said it last year and it turned out all right, so we'll be fine. He sounds a bit watered down, that Norwegian lad. Represent everything that was wrong with Thatcher's Britain. The rest of the world was enjoying sour cream and onion. If Everton beats City, you should get a tattoo of Richarlison. Rob, what's your profile picture about? Have you heard of what Owen said about his Newcastle in his book? Yeah, it's just tit for tat. Some players recover quicker than others. They do, we don't know. While we're pouring blue packet of salt in a bag of disappointment. Thoughts on Gassi's move to Belgium? Step down, in my opinion. It is what it is. It's one of those. There's, got to think of game time, and there's no point in sticking around the squad if you're not going to get any game time. It's just pointless. What's that? Jay Wang, hi guys, what have I missed? Jay Wang wants to say hello all the way from China. Hello, Jay Wang. Right, listen, you've come on too late, I'm afraid, buddy, because I'm going now. But anyway, that's a big roundup today. We talked about Laporte's surgery update, official release from City and from the player himself on Instagram. City's 22-man Champions League squad announced, which is the one thing I need to talk to you about before I do go. So it's good job I always check before it is. Well, as you know, the 22-man squad for the Champions League group stage was announced earlier. When we play, it is the 18th of September when we play Shakhtar. And Yes, Leroy Sané and Aymeric Laporte have both suffered serious injuries and are not expected to play again in 2019, but have been named in the squad. As has Benjamin Mendy, who is yet to make an appearance this season as he fights his way back to fitness. A number of City's promising youngsters, such as Phil Foden, Eric Garcia, Taylor Harwood-Bellis, have also not been named in the squad. But this is obviously because this is the A squad, A list, I should say. And that's because players who are born on or after the 1st of January 1998 and have been eligible to play for the club for 2 years since their 15th birthday don't need to be registered in List A, and they're instead listed they're registered onto List B. City can name an unlimited number of players on List B throughout the campaign, though the list has to be submitted by 10 p.m. the day before a game. So he'll be able to change the squad again before the knockout stages commence, should we qualify from the group. So the goalkeepers in the List A group are Bravo, Edison and Scott Carson. Defenders are Walker, Stones, Zinchenko, Angelino, Laporte, Mendy, Cancelo and Otamendi. The midfielders are Sterling, Gundogan, Rodri, De Bruyne, Sane, Bernardo, Silva, David Silva, Fernandinho and Riyad Mahrez. And then the two forwards are Gabriel Jesus and Sergio Aguero. So there will be, like I said, all the other kids like Eric Garcia, Harwood-Bellis, Foden, etc., they'll be in the List B. And they can change those, and they don't have to announce that right up until 10 p.m. the day before the game. So there's no real surprise. I mean, the only surprise, you could look at it and say Sane and Laporte are injured, but they're still being included in the squad, and Benjamin Mendy's in there, which hopefully in the next week or two he'll be back after the international break. And let's just hope he stays fit. So that's been it. We also talked about Hakon Evjen, about the rumour that Juventus actually wanted Zinchenko in the summer, and then obviously the full lineup for Vinny's testimonial for the Premier League All-Stars, and obviously the Man City 11 as well. So let's just quickly see if there's anything else before I go. Just... You have to stay for the wankster. No, I have to go. Can I take your daughter on a date? Marbo and Fong are doing well. Marble. See you all. See you, Gary. If Laporte isn't going to make it back by Jan, we'll be in the market for cover. January's just not a good time for cover. It's one of those again. It's, are we going to spend? Is it just going to be purely cover? We talked about it the other day. We said about Nathan Ake would be a good shout because he's left-footed, very good player. Maybe would Bournemouth want to release him in January? Are they going to add another 20 million quid on top of it, etc., etc.? Jay Wang will have your nuts cut off. He would. Jay Wang's favourite show is Number Wang. It's Marbo. That's Number Wang. Hi Marbo, Marlboro Lights. It's Marbo. I know I'm the one typing for my father. Why is racism in football getting out of control? I don't know, mate. I don't have the solution to it, and I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. But it's obviously reported now a lot more than it used to be, and I couldn't say whether it's getting worse or it's just actually you're now seeing it more because it's being reported more. Date is a big raisin, I believe. A big raisin. She's going to doctor. Sorry, she's too good for you. No doubt. See you and Phyllis on Saturday, Andy. This Saturday. That's okay, Jay Wang. I'm a major disappointment to most people. Right. Gotta go. Yeah, been on now for near 50 minutes. So, guys, listen. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, go over. And have a look, check out the videos that we put on the channel yesterday and the day before, and if you haven't seen, I'm not too sure about the women's derby at the moment. Something has come up work wise that I'm trying to let's say delay it if possible, but I might not be able to. It's something I've been trying to do today, and I probably won't know until Friday on it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll see you there. So if you haven't seen the documentary, please go over and watch it. Give it a thumbs up. It's an excellent watch. And right, I will be back tomorrow at some point round about this time. And guys, have a wonderful evening. I'm going to go and see if just check out what I've not even seen the cricket today. I have no idea what's going on. I did see 99 for 2 at some point, but later, Andy Spanners, and guys, yeah, I've got a blue and white miniskirt, especially for cheers, Andy. Take care, mate. Speak to you soon. Have a good evening.